Looking down towards our start line, it appears that most of the crews are set for the Women's Collegiate Varsity Cal Cup Grand Final. This is one of the premier races in the 2010 San Diego Crew Classic.
And in fact, we do have a start in the Women's Cal Cup. Lane 1, we have Oklahoma University. Lane 2, the University of San Diego. Lane 3, Sac State. Lane 4, St. Joseph's. Lane 5, the Stanford Lightweight. And Lane 6, Tulsa. The early leader in Lane 1, as they all boats across the 100-meter breakage, is Oklahoma, followed by St. Joseph's. Oklahoma's off the line at 42 strokes per minute. St. Joseph's is holding tight on the same cadence. Oklahoma settled down to 35. St. Joseph's is not settled quite yet, or has settled slightly higher. At the 250-meter mark, nearly level between Lane 4, St. Joseph's, then Oklahoma. Then we looked at third position between University of San Diego and Sacramento State, then outside to Stanford Lightweights and Tulsa. Those 4 boats are nearly level in the second tier. Oklahoma maintaining a half a canvas lead over St. Joseph's. University of San Diego is making a charge at this point. Bit of steering issues at University of San Diego. They are on the buoys. Approaching the 500-meter mark, your leader is Oklahoma, followed by St. Joseph's and the University of San Diego. The University of San Diego is eating back into Oklahoma's lead. Sacramento State is coming in through St. Joseph's as well. And we look outside at Stanford Lightweights and Tulsa. Boats have settled into their main body of the race. Oklahoma maintaining a 2-seat advantage over St. Joseph's, but University of San Diego is coming back. They are only 3 seats down on Oklahoma. Sacramento State is coming with them as well. University of San Diego has pulled level with St. Joseph's, and Sacramento State is now 3 seats down on St. Joe's, as well as Stanford Lightweights in Tulsa. At the 750-meter mark, Oklahoma will cross first, followed by University of San Diego and St. Joseph's. 2 seats back is Sac State, level with the Stanford Lightweights, which is now 1 length up on Tulsa. That is your call at your early leader, Oklahoma, being chased down by University of San Diego and Sac State.
One of our premier events here at the San Diego Crew Classic, the Women's Collegiate Varsity Cal Cup Grand Final. Once again, quickly with our lane assignments, our current leader, University of Oklahoma. They are being challenged by USD in lane number 2. Sacramento State pulls out of lane number 3. Working in lane number 4 is St. Joseph's, while Stanford is in lane 5, and on the far outside, University of Tulsa.
This looks like it's going to be an extremely tight finish. Oklahoma, USD, Sac State. Oklahoma and Sac State did the same time yesterday, 7:05. USD were only 3 seconds back, 7:08. On yesterday's form, those 3 should separate themselves away from St. Joseph's, Stanford Lightweights, and Tulsa, but St. Joseph's are right there in the mix at the moment, upsetting yesterday's times.
Not much separation at this point. Oklahoma along the shoreline. They have dropped into their mid-course cadence of about 35. Have to look out to St. Joseph's making a slight move on the University of San Diego. St. Joe's is out in lane 4. San Diego is in lane 2. Also to contend with, it looks like Sacramento State has moved up slightly on the far outside at Stanford, and Tulsa on the extreme outside 6th lane. Stanford beginning to make a move on the leaders, currently Oklahoma and the University of San Diego.
Yes, the race is now separating into 2 parts as we go through the 750. If this race comes down to a matter of inches at the finish, University of San Diego are going to rue that steering error early in the race when they moved over onto the buoys. Not only was one side of the boat having to put their blades down on the buoys, but as I said earlier in another race, you've got to steer a straight line from A to B, from start to finish. Because if you don't, you're traveling more distance, and if you travel more distance, you're going to take more time.
Oklahoma on the shoreline as they approach the 1,500 meter mark with 500 to go. Oklahoma and University of San Diego. Looks like University of San Diego has picked it up a little bit and is up and challenging Oklahoma. Then on the outside, Stanford certainly not going away. Also, Sacramento State has decided to get back into the hunt a little bit. Outside to St. Joseph's and farther outside to the University of Tulsa. This is Oklahoma and the University of San Diego. Almost in a position of bow marker to bow marker.
Allyn, the University of San Diego went to the Oklahoma Invitational Regatta, which was a series of dual regattas a few weeks ago, but they didn't race the University of Oklahoma. They raced other crews, but this head-to-head race here is, even though they've been at the same events, is the first time that they've really hit it out against each other.
Well, we have a bug tussle coming up here. It is Oklahoma on the near side and University of San Diego on the far side. In the middle, Sacramento State has gotten into the hunt a little bit. And on the outside, Stanford trying to hang on with St. Joseph's and Tulsa. This is Oklahoma and University of San Diego. Oklahoma near side, USD far side. It'll be USD nosing into the lead. Oh, University of San Diego now with about a 2-seat lead over Oklahoma as the Tritons, or the Toreros, have come on strong here in the last 250 meters. It is University of San Diego, Oklahoma, open water back to Sacramento State, open water back to Stanford, open water to St. Joe's and Tulsa, nearing the finish line. The University of San Diego with a great late charge from about 250 meters on in. Looks like they will pick up our Cal Cup championship here in the 2010 San Diego Crew Classic. It is University of San Diego unofficially, followed by Oklahoma. Sacramento State snuck in there for a third place finish. Then looking at Stanford at 4, and then it's pretty close to call between St. Joseph's and Tulsa. A very exciting finish with a great charge at the end by the University of San Diego to pick up the victory in the Women's Collegiate Varsity Cal Cup Grand Final. Once again, our unofficial results: University of San Diego, followed by Oklahoma and Sacramento State.
That one must have hurt, Allyn. Normally when you see a crew come across the finish line, they're all elated and celebratory, but that University of San Diego, they were in too much pain to do that. That was a gutsy row.
We are getting set for event number 78. This another premier event here at the 2010 San Diego Crew Classic. The Men's Collegiate Varsity Cal Cup Grand Final coming up.
TV, is this on?
Lane 5 in 6.